Outsiders visit the Bluff to buy heroin.
People are coming from all around Metro Atlanta purchasing illegal drugs from that community. The heroin addicts are getting younger and younger. They look more like suburban America than ever before.
We watched an Atlanta police undercover team find a dealer to sell them heroin in less than 5 minutes.
Are you comfortable with the Blank Foundation's commitment to this neighborhood?
I don't question the intent, but I do question the implementation.
He points to the planters we sat on during his interview. Will says Foundation volunteers dropped them and a picnic table across the street from his school one day without ever asking what he thought.
As you see it now, it doesn't look very beautiful because there's no ownership to it. I'm not sure how many people would sit and have lunch at this picnic table in front of this house that looks like it's about to fall in on itself.
I have every belief that the Blank's commitment is real.
But being friendly and being a friend, I think, are two different things. I think there are many whites who act friendly toward Negroes. A fox acts friendly toward the lamb. And usually the fox is the one who ends up with the lamb chop on his plate. The wolf doesn't act friendly, and therefore the wolf has more difficulty in getting the lamb chop in his plate.
I'd like to point out, though, that...
And I say that because it is usually if you study the structure of the Negro community, economically, politically, civically, psychologically, and otherwise, it's controlled by the white liberal, who usually poses as the friend of the Negro, who actually differs from the white conservative in the same way that the fox differs from the wolf. Their appetite is the same. Their motives are the same. It's only their mannerisms and methods that differ.
So we've invested a great deal of money as part of our, quote, relationship deal, if you will, with the city and the state and the Congress Center, was to invest in the West Side. We were already investing in the West Side for years before, so it was an easy commitment for us to make. We've exceeded the stated commitment by probably close to $10 million already. Wow. Above what we had initially committed. So, you know, and we're seeing change.
So in 5 years, when the Falcons are celebrating their 3rd or 4th Super Bowl championship, what is this neighborhood going to look like?
I hope to see middle-class people who work downtown and may walk to work or ride their bike, raising their families here. $15 million is real money, and this neighborhood needs it.
Because, as he says, $15 million is a lot of money, and it's some valuable real estate, as you showed us, very close to some areas where there's a lot of money, a lot of commerce going on. Beltline's going to come through there too, Russ. Right, yeah.
I see a lot of traffic, and I see a lot of things that are happening. What I see walking up and down the street, like there was a man that I just had to scream out of the door, I'm worried about you, because I know that he was doing heroin in that house, and you could see him coming in regular intervals.
That, you know, to help the people living in these areas. And we spent a fair amount of time, the president of the foundation, staff, myself, others spent time in these areas talking to folks and asking what's the most important things. Well, they had issues in terms of public education, they have issues in terms of security, they had issues in terms of jobs. What they came out and said, we have to solve all of these problems for people to come back here and want to bring their families here.
I would venture to say that you don't have to know someone to buy heroin in that area.
Go get it, bring it right back. All right.
Everyone knows it. It's the best kept non-secret in Atlanta. So how come nothing's being done about it? It's absolutely worth saving. Why wouldn't we invest as a community? You know what I mean? That's something worth having.
We're vetting having some great conversations with the Blank Foundation as well as the Atlanta Police Foundation, and talking about providing a security initiative to stabilize Vine City and the English Avenue community. A security plan that would include everything from cameras to license plate readers to building dwelling homes for law enforcement to live there with take-home vehicles. We've got to stabilize that.
And we're part of a large group of partners, some of our stadium partners and some are just other for-profit and non-profit organizations in the Atlanta community that are committed to the West Side as well.
Chief Turner says that with building the Falcon Stadium near the Bluff and with city leaders' commitment, he says he believes we will see a transformation.
This just dead serious. We serious about everything we say, everything we do, man. We ain't playing with them, man. You know?
We ball. You ball, but nigga you fall to my defense. Catch you while he reaching. Clip you, then I cross you, then I leave him.
Apply full court pressure like 4-4 cards. Get you out of here. Pull pressure.
To the trigger, bullets flying threes. You forever rest under bullshit, dirt lies and
please. Your disdain for the brothers ain't gonna change the numbers. It's the strengthening the chain among us. Please, we ain't afraid of none of you. Who want it with us?
Niggas wanna despise the team.